Hello and welcome to another Doctor's Assistant 1 video, and today I'm doing another sort of follow-up type video to a video I did a while ago called My Thoughts on Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I'm doing a not too dissimilar video to that, but in this instance it's my thoughts on the video game Tomodachi Life. Yeah, this game, this Nintendo 3DS game, it's exclusive to Nintendo 3DS. I have been playing the hell out of this game since I got it on the 30th of February, the 3rd of February, even there, and that, and yeah, I mean, it's best way to describe it is it's essentially The Sims, but a Nintendo version of that. So I wouldn't like to say it's a dumbed down version, but it's definitely a lot more watered down, I think. Unfortunately, the features are a lot less here, but then in comparison to The Sims, you have the portability factor of having it on a 3DS. So, you know, because I recall one of my friends once saying to me, "Oh, is that just The Sims? Oh, well, that's just a dumbed down, you know, stupid version of The Sims." And it's like, well, not really, when The Sims is primarily on consoles and or PC, and last time I checked you can't really take a console and or PC on the go. So, you know, so this is a nice substitute if you're really into, you know, your sort of life simulators, I'd like to call them. You know, stuff like Tomodachi Life, Sims, Stardew Valley, Harvest Moon, Animal Crossing, you know, those sorts of games. You know, the sort of life simulator-y type games is what or life sims, I think, for short. But life simulators, I think, are what they're referred to as, or categorised as in terms of the game genre. But yeah, I mean, I've played quite a bit of it. As I say, I don't know, I mean, it's primarily the main game that I've been playing since I got it on my birthday, and that. Do I think it's worth the price of 40 quid on Amazon and 30 quid depending on where else? I think it's more reasonable at 30 quid, and I think the only reason why it's even like 40 quid is because of the certain publisher slash people who made it, pardon me, being Nintendo. If this was by a third party company and it was on the Nintendo 3DS and it was 40 quid, I think a hell of a lot more people would be like, oh my god, how much? You know, but because it's got that Nintendo seal of approval, you know, slapped on the back of the box and that, I think people are more alright with that. And I mean, I don't think it's a terrible game by any means, I just don't think it's worth 40 quid. I think it's worth 20 quid brand new at most, 25, 30 quid. But I think the content is there. I think it does a good job of drip feeding you slash weaning you into this sort of drip feeding you the sort of game, you know, because I think the easiest thing they could have done wrong with this game is give you all of the content right out of the gate and immediately give you all the content out of the gate, and then you would have just been burnt out, I think. I think it's better that they've drip-fed you this information. Well, not information, but aspects of the game. They're not, like, well, they're locked away, but at least they're not, you know, like DLC or some crap like that, you know. They're just things that you unlock as you progress through the game, you know, and that's nice because it keeps you more invested, you know, from day 1 to day 10, you might unlock something. To day 10 to day 50, you might unlock 3 or 4 different things between day 10 and day 50, you know, and level up a bunch of people and get them married and get them in relationships and then do this and meet other, other islanders from other people's islands via Miiverse, or the Mii Street Pass thing even. And I think, as I say, I think it's Nintendo's version of Sims, essentially. Which I don't think is a bad thing, and I think it's ingenious that they finally used the Nintendo Mii archetype from the Wii U and the 3DS. They finally used them for something other than just your sort of boring, plain sort of character, avatar type character in terms of those Nintendo systems. They finally made a game that utilises them actually in a game. So I can, create, I don't know, someone at college. I can create one of my friends from around my, local area, who lives down the street from us. I can, as I say, create people from college, and if I wanted to, I can create people from secondary school if I really wanted to, and then have them interact with one another, and people who they've never interacted with before in real life, but in Tomodachi life they are interacting with these people. I can put them in funny clothes. I can make them wear funny hats, or just hats. You can scan QR codes online, and then it kind of makes a Nintendo Mii character for you, but as a famous person. So me being me, I've obviously already got the 4th Doctor and the 8th Doctor and that. And yeah, it's just fun. You can change their rooms, you can change their clothes, as I say. You have to consistently feed them and do stuff with them, but it's fun. And I think my major gripe or complaint and issue with this game is that it's where something like Fire Emblem and something like Fire Emblem Awakening or Pokemon, even the newest ones, you're expected to get or to play them for 30 minutes, half an hour to an hour maybe, a game session, whereas this game is completely the other side of the spectrum. I think this game is very much, a better game if you play it 5 or 10 minutes every now and then. If you play 30 minutes to an hour of this game, you will easily get burnt out to the point where you don't even really want to pick it up for a few more days, because you just feel like you're burnt out on it. And I think the reason for that is also, as well, there's not usually a lot of content to do. Sometimes the islanders, usually they'll have problems, but they don't always have problems. So if they don't have problems, then there's not as much to do. You can still buy stuff for them, like food, clothings, hats, clothing, interior designs for their flat, and stuff like that. But if there's barely any problems with any of the Mii's / residents in their apartments, then there's not very much to do beyond that, I think, which is, I think, its biggest flaw. But I think, as well, on the flip side, it's finding that balance between, the Mii's needing your help, but them then not needing it as well. It's finding that middle ground, because you could easily fix / help 3 of them with some problems, want to buy some clothes, but then immediately 5 of them are like, dude, we all need your help, or 2 of them need your help, 2 of them want to play a game with you, and then 1 of them's upset about something and fuming and angry, and especially if, as I say, you're wanting to buy clothes for them, and then all 5 of those things happen, or those 5 different things happen, then you feel like, oh god, I'm overwhelmed with that. But it's finding that balance between actually having something to do and having nothing to do. And sometimes it just doesn't balance that out right. Sometimes I've booted the game up and just felt like, you know what, there's nothing to do. Immediately turn off my 3DS. Sometimes I've played it for a solid, 15, 30 minutes, and that, which is obviously more substantial than not playing it really at all. So I think it just depends on what type of gamer you are and what type of games you like. If you like Sims and you want to play like a Sims type game on the go and you have a Nintendo 3DS, then this is for you. If you want something more substantial, more like an RPG, more like a racing game, more like a this or a that, then this is probably not for you. It's basic, but it's fun. So, and the gameplay, or the mechanics / features here are decent and are well executed. There is no real story. There is no... Yeah, it's not story driven, it's gameplay driven. If you're more into your gameplay over your story, then you will like this. If you're more into story than gameplay, then obviously this isn't for you. But I think this is a well-rounded, really fun game that's addictive, clearly, because I'm still playing it now. As we speak, and I got it, as I say, on my birthday, which was the 3rd of February. So yeah, thanks for watching, comment, rate, and subscribe.